the bright side, Macy here, the bright side girl, coming at you with my fall TBL. So a TBL is a to be listened to list, much like a TBR, but it's all the audiobooks that I want to listen to for fall. So these are going to be some of the audiobooks that I would like to get to in September, October, and November. We've got some new releases and some things I need to get caught up on. So I'm sorry for the repeat of the outfit, but these little pumpkins are the most fall themed clothing attire that I own at the moment. So I thought I would just pop in here real quick and let you guys know what my fall TBL plans are. I've done pretty good with my TBL so far for the year, like better than I have with my TBR lists. I think I've only missed one from my summer TBL and I might be getting to it soon. So I'm really excited about some of these. So first we're going to start off with some of the newer releases that are coming out in the fall. So I'm currently listening to Two Dark Reigns, which is the third Three Dark Crowns book, to prepare for Five Dark Fates, which comes out, I think it might be out now actually, because I'm filming this in September. And so I want to reread just this last book. I reread all of them up till this book last year, and I want to prepare for it. This is one of my all-time favorite series about three sisters that are supposed to kill each other for the crown, but it's so much more in depth and so much more magical and wonderful. A lot of people find it slow, but just hang in there and try the audiobooks with a little bit of a speed on the narration because they're so excellent. I love them so much, and to me now this series represents fall. I started it today when it was like the first cooler day of the year, and it was just so exciting because I was like, it feels like fall now. I've got my hot tea and my pumpkin sweater and I'm listening to Three Dark Crowns, and I love it so much. I can't wait. The most exciting one that I am just the most pumped for the entire year is The Toll by Neil Shusterman. I finished Thunderhead earlier this year with my husband Jeff. This is our combined favorite series together. This is a dystopian slash utopian series, and I talk a lot about this in a bunch of my videos, so I'm not going to go into it too much in depth here, but this is the third and I believe final book. That cliffhanger at Thunderhead was like the worst cliffhanger I've ever read. I think about it all the time. Again, so much detail, and Neil Shusterman's writing is just so clever and smart and funny, and it just makes you think, and I love it, and I cannot wait for this one. I'm so pumped. Next up is The Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White, who I got to meet earlier this year. I've only read Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein from her, and I loved it so much, and I loved meeting her, and she was so fun, and she does a lot of work and puts a lot of energy into her writing, and so she talked about this book a little bit, and I'm really excited because this is a retelling of King Arthur, but from like Guinevere's perspective, and I just loved her Frankenstein retelling, so I cannot wait for this one, and nobody's talking about it, so let's read it together. Next up is, of course, The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. So this is the third and I think final book in the Cruel Prince trilogy, which I do really like. I'm not quite as obsessed with it as some of you guys, but I do really enjoy it, and I really liked the narrator, so I am excited to listen to it. I'm probably going to reread the first two books, even though I listened to them for the first time this year, but it was like January, and I thought it would be fun because they're really easy to get through. And I do like that fae setting, and it's kind of dark, so I think this one comes out in November, a little bit of an early release date considering the other book came out earlier this year, but I'm excited to listen to it, and I think you guys are too. So I have a lot of like spooky reads and things that I want to get to this fall, and especially for October, but I'll do a separate video combined where I'm talking about the things I want to get to in October. So for now, we're going to talk about a few things that I'm probably going to wind up listening to in November, because I'm going to use that as kind of a catch-up month. So I really need to get to Eldest by Christopher Paolini. This is the second book in the Aragon series. I want to finish this entire series sooner rather than later. These books are giant. I did enjoy the narrator, but I kind of want to read the rest to see if I like them and if they're worth keeping, because they take up a lot of space on the shelf. I do like to keep books, even if I listen to the audiobooks, if I really enjoy them. So I want to get to this one and see how I feel. Dragon series, kind of Lord of the Rings inspired. I did really enjoy that first book. It's just really long. Been talking about it for 3 years, but I want to get to Son of a Witch by Gregory Maguire. This is the second book in the Wicked series. I am so iffy about his writing. He is an adult fairy tale retelling writer, and they're very graphic sexually sometimes, which I don't enjoy. I did really like Wicked. The musical is based on it, but they're not really similar at all. But I need to get to the second book in the series because I have like all 4 or 5 of the books, and if I don't like them, then I need to unhaul them. So that's kind of the main reason. You're going to listen to this one or read it, and I can't decide, but I'm leaning towards listening to it. I missed one more new release. So I need to re-listen to Renegades and then Arch Enemies so that I can get to Supernova, because I am behind on this. I was going to originally like reread via audiobook Renegades with Jeff and get to this one and the next one, but it's just not happening. So I need to finally get caught up because I absolutely adored Renegades, and I'm behind now on this series that I really, really, really loved. So I hope I like them. Superhero series. Marissa Meyer is currently my favorite writer at the moment. I have not been let down by one of her books, so hopefully I'm not with these. Then I want to get to The School for Good and Evil. I might do this one in September. Actually, this is book 3 in the series. I'd like to do book 3 and book 4. There's book 5 as well. I just don't know if I can get them all in. Really love them. I really love the narrator. It's about a school for good and a school for evil. It's a middle grade series. It's fantasy about 2 girls, and they go to schools that they think they're not going to go to, and there's romance, and they're just super, super smart and well written, and I just really enjoy them. They kind of give me Potter vibes, which I really, really love. Like, there's forests and magic and school settings and just all the goodness, and they're really good for fall for that reason. So hopefully I can get to them. Then I would like to get to Iron Gold and I can't remember Dark Age. So this is part of the Red Rising series, which I have read earlier this year. I am unhauling this one here soon because I'm going to listen to an audiobook, and if I love it, I'm sure I will, I'll get the hardback. But these are a dystopian sci-fi series. It's adult, but you know, it's pretty appropriate for the most part. And the original trilogy was like all wrapped up and complete, but this is set, I think, 10 years in the future after that trilogy, so it's kind of a second trilogy in the same world with the same people as far as I know. And I just absolutely love it. I'm completely obsessed with it. It's one of my new all-time favorite series. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I think it's so smart and great, and oh, I cannot wait to get back into this world. So those are all the books that I would like to listen to this fall. So let me know if you guys like audiobooks and if there's anything that you're listening to soon. And stay tuned because I will be doing more audiobook themed videos, like how to listen to audiobooks, how to get audiobooks. I'll link that up here so you guys can watch that and how I get my audiobooks. I listen mostly with Overdrive and Hoopla. Occasionally I use Scribd, but I'm kind of cheap because I can get so much from Overdrive and Hoopla. And then, you know, just the library itself. I don't really like using Audible because I think it's way too expensive for what you get. But yeah, if you guys want more audiobook content, just let me know down below, and I'll see you guys next time on The Bright Side.